Hey, cheers to all my peers.
Yeah, cheers to my peers and the way to get it and fears and the tears.
Yeah. Rah. Y'all know what it is. Just like them bars right now, we are Savage AF.
Right here.
Fuck your feelings. Facts matter. You know what
do they do matters? Do really facts?
Do matters facts? Does anybody
really matter?
Anymore?
No, do matters really fact or facts really matters?
Yes.
Okay, good answer. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to make sure that because before we got on, Pedro was like, "Damn, good memory." Boom. it's like
Kinko Biloba. That's my middle name. I am Black Pedro, by the way, and this
and I am
Comedians Hang.
Oh yeah, shit. Thank you, man. Comedian Shang. So your memory very good. Not so much. All right, so check this out. My people. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? We are normally on
YouTube and Facebook Live.
Is it YouTube and Facebook? God damn it, that's good to get. But I'm gonna let you know something. I want y'all to know that normally we're on Monday and Friday, 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Thursday, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. That's all Pacific Standard Time. Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
And speaking of digging it, guys, if you do not catch us live, you've got to
say you don't do that.
You're a loser, let's say. Okay.
Wow.
There are many reasons.
You're a fucking loser.
I covered the gambit. I went from
and your family's ugly, and your mother's ugly, and your father's ugly. And if you go to your house, guess what happens? Open the door, dog ugly, fish ugly, your walls ugly, your whole family ugly.
That's what it is, y'all. But if you do end up missing us for whatever reason, whether it's your face or how much time you have, you can always catch us live. I'm sorry, not live, but archived on the our YouTube channel.
Yeah, you can
youtube.com/c/SavageAFWorld, all one word, and it's crawling, it's crawling.
And when you do check us out, make sure you do this. That's make sure you ring the bell, tell your friends, share. Also, gotta let you know, this is very important. Pedro, this is what's gonna happen. Gotta put it in there. Gotta make sure they know. Because if they don't know, then we don't know. Now we're on all the podcast platforms, and good news, we had dropped 1 point in Kenya. We're back up 2 points, and get ready for this. We're up 4 points in Ireland. So
top of the morning to you.
Well, they love us. They love us there. But we're on all the podcast
brother
platforms. Seamus loves us. The McCullough clan loves what we do. Make sure you check us out on iTunes, Stitcher, Slacker, Google Play, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and SoundCloud. Check us out on that. And before we get into this, if we got some new people, you got to know. For the people that already know, what's up, Larcel Brown? What's up, Bobo? Make sure you check us out on the IGage. And there's this Grammage. There's this young man who is a black star. He's absolutely a young man that does this thing all over the world with humor and sensitivity. If you see his bit about chasing white women, you will be warmed to the cockles of your heart. Black Pedro. Make sure you follow at Black Pedro. Make sure you check him out at Black Pedro. And if you happen to be on IG, you already went to Pedro's IG. You already saw his stuff. You might as well go to mine at Comedian Shang. I'm loving it.
Now, hold on now. I'm trying to keep my eyes on the comment section. Larcel Brown, new name to me, but welcome. Says, y'all hacked. We can't even subscribe. What the heck am a jig? What the jigamafucks? Let's I don't know if she means on Facebook or hopefully not YouTube, but either way, we'll be looking into that. Thank you for
Guess what? You let them know
filling
the
out
rest
the
information. I'm about to find out right the fuck now.
thank you for filling out the comment box. We appreciate that. We'll be looking into it. That being said, because I haven't had any access problems to the page, but
all right. Well, no, I'm looking at the page right now. The page is up. You talking about YouTube? Yeah. Before we jump into
I know. I
this,
mean, I know she's got a Facebook icon. Larcel does, so maybe she means on Facebook. I'm not sure. Larcel, let us know if you mean YouTube or Facebook. Either would be concerning, but definitely.
Yeah, that means I got to find people and then I got to hurt people again. And I didn't want to go back to that life. Every time I get out, they keep pulling me back in.
You will see us on the front lines in Ukraine. Like, no, the map says the nigga who hacked our shit is here. So
yeah,
we here.
I need to talk to.
She said
Finn.
YouTube. Oh no.
No, I just looked at YouTube. Well, you can't subscribe.
She said she couldn't subscribe. So we'll look into that. Maya Baker said Facebook been funky lately. The whole damn time they've been funky. Zuckerberg is funky. All right, man.
Well, yeah.
Let's get into the show.
Let's get into the show
because those who are here, and you know we'll confirm and see what's going on with our YouTube page. Thank you, Larcel.
I'm looking at the YouTube page. The Facebook page seems to be all good, and the 7th. I'm looking at it while you're saying it, Larcel, and YouTube is there. But make sure you guys, if you can, subscribe to the YouTube channel. And if you're new to the channel, just go see if it works. Because that'd be funky. That'd be real funky.
Man. Speaking of funky, man, let's get down on this run up because we don't not the kind of show that runs things down. We will run up on your ass. Today's run up, we're gonna end today's show. Stick around with the Shangry, of course. We have the master of Shangri here, the keeper of the Shangry stone.
Really?
Doing the it's an infinity stone.
No, I know I got the references. Just that was like, wow. Okay, then.
Doing the double Dutch standard. That is your Shangri for today. The double Dutch. Zig up, zig up, zig up, zig up. Before we get into that, y'all, Black Pedro popping today. Man, we got 2 disasters, 1 stone.
Boom,
California.
boom, boom.
California might be figuring some shit out. Listen.
And California today, downtown, because they're having the LA Ram parade. When I say traffic is fucked up.
Yeah. I mean, and that's just something you could say on any given Wednesday.
It's more than ever before in life.
Oh, by the way, it is Wednesday, February 16th, 2022. The year of our Lord. Before your Black Pedro popping today, yo, just a crook, son. Yeah, because you were Suge one. Your boy Suge Knight's former attorney has been barred from ever practicing law again. Let's talk about it. Wonder how he got there. But before we get into that, we're gonna talk about
what? You surprised?
Yeah. But before we get into that, we're gonna talk about Chappelle Show. No, not a return to Comedy Central or anything of that nature. But there is a bit of controversy and scandal surrounding the comedian again, and I just wanted to get to the bottom of what's going on in Chappelle's backyard. But before we get into that, it is again February 16th, a Wednesday, 2022.
2022.
We're going to start off with the critically analytical question that we present on a primarily daily basis. And when we present that question, although we don't always get answers, we do always sound like this.
Motherfucker say what? Yeah. Motherfucker say what? Say yeah, yeah, yeah.
I gotta get like a Christmas ornament that has that as the every time you pass by the tree, every time you pass by the tree, it's like motherfucker say what? Get your ass out of
Wow.
here.
I want to do it. I want to just do it where I walk past anybody. Just where every time, like it has a sound thing, and but
It's a
somebody look at
motion
me,
detector.
it's motion detector, and it goes, "Motherfucker, say what?" And they're like, "Excuse me." Yeah, motherfucker,
Be
say.
be the alarm to your house and shit.
And again, that'd be the alarm.
You catch all the robbers because they in there jamming to it. Like,
Yeah.
this my shit right here.
And oh shit, they got me. But please, people, check on the YouTube and see if the YouTubeage is fucked. If it's fucked up, Larcel. In fact, unsubscribe and resubscribe, and we can tell if it's the subscribe button's fucked up for us. We got hacked because I have to kill a nigga. I don't want to, but I will. Murder, stab, blood, drip.
Here we go, y'all. All right, so this one, speaking of murder, stab, blood, drip, this one cut me. It cut me deep.
It cuts you deep.
As you know, I've been boycotting the NFL for years now, and Shang don't really give a fuck, so he don't pay attention.
Right.
You don't follow games like that.
I don't know. No.
But what I do like to follow is any opportunity to shit on the organization, the National Football League, because they repeatedly continue to disrespect specifically Negroes, black people.
Yes.
This latest move cut deep, man. As you know, Brian Flores, former Miami Dolphin head coach, fired after
Wait, what? I need you to do something. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I apologize. Successful. Winning.
I mean, he had two consecutive winning
season coach. I just want to put that in
there. I mean, to be honest, you wouldn't call the Dolphins competitors, or I mean contenders.
Contenders, but they're still a winning coach.
But he was, as a Lions fan,
because they're trying to paint him. Yeah, well, as a Lions fan, everybody's a winning coach. But but people are trying to paint him as some kind of loser, and that's why he's upset. And that's not the case. He was a winning coach. And he also and he's also with the Patriots. He did extremely well.
And that's just
with that bullshit.
Quick background. That was just background because I'm sure we all know about that. But he's leading a class action suit basically against the NFL and three teams specifically: the Bears, the Giants, and the Dolphins. His former team. So that being said, when you sue somebody, they got to lawyer up. Who do you think that the motherfucking NFL hired?
And they know they went deep in the pockets
to be
for
one of two lead defense attorneys.
We need to get ourselves together.
One of President Barack Obama's former attorney generals, Miss Loretta Lynch, has now signed on to defend the NFL against a racial discrimination lawsuit. Okay. The NFL has hired a black woman whose last name is Lynch to round up all their Negroes. I'm telling you, you can't
think
write
about
this
that.
Shit. That's why I write it for you. God damn it, this hurts.
Right. And the other lawyer's name is David Hogtie. I don't know if you knew that or not. That's the truth.
It's Willie and Loretta Lynch.
Yeah, it is. But the bottom line is, I don't know if y'all saw her new book that she just wrote. No, she ghost wrote it. You dirty bitch. Let me tell you something. If somebody else ain't gonna say it, you little hobbit head bitch. You hobbit head bitch. You know it's a racial discrimination thing. You know that it's a fucking class lawsuit with 20 other motherfuckers said the same shit. And you little.
Just look at the NFL. Look at the numbers. And like Pamela Knox said, this is somebody that I have no sympathy for. It's not like she's between a rock and a hard place and just doing her job. No, you choose jobs as a defender.
Yeah. Oh shit, my kids ain't eating. That's different.
And yeah.
Look at that bitch's head. She eating good. I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about.
But this is
disgusting. It's us. This is you know what? I think what happened was Stacey Dash crawled up her ass and inhabited her mind. That's what I think happened. I know that people don't believe me, but
Well, I think maybe it's a possible time series situation between her and Candace Owens. Yeah, I don't know what.
I don't know about that.
I mean, I guess lawyers are lawyers. Obviously, after being an attorney general, you go get. She's a partner in the DC office of the law firm hired by the NFL, and she's been tasked with overseeing the defense along with another attorney. So yeah, that this slaps hard, man, because you think of you think of a former Obama AG as somebody who's going to be a champion of justice, not just in
champion
their
for,
office, but afterwards as well. But this is just like, what you doing? The
Right.
NFL is racist.
But
The
no.
NFL ownership is racist as fuck. Like, chill, babe. Like, what are you doing? Like, how much could they possibly be paying you?
We know what they're paying.
Carp is the other attorney's name. Brad Carp, along with Loretta Lynch, are going to be defending. Yeah. Okay, man. It's like, come on, bro.
Well, obviously, this bothers you, man. And what it bothers me is we try to blame I blame shit on white people all the fucking time because a lot of it has merit. She crawled up Candace Owens.
No, she said she crawled so Candace Owens could walk.
Y'all
just
going to
paving
hell.
a coon path.
Wow, somebody. Why are you writing all this? Okay, this link can tell me that it doesn't look like. What the fuck are you talking about? All right, listen. Aside from that,
you got to start reading those before you put them up.
No, I know. I've never. Yeah. All right, listen. What's up, Kevin? What's up? Oh, we didn't give a shout out. What's up, Kevin? Queen B, AJ Fitz in the building. We got Evelyn Gatlin in the building all day, every day. Maya Baker, Breezy JJ, Larcell. What's up? Brown sugar. You got Douglas Pepe. Yeah, I hope I'm saying it right. Pepe. And we got a lot of other people. Just I want to give some shout out. Jeffrey
Keller, man.
He came in hard. He came in hot. What the fuck are y'all talking about?
Well, we're talking about the NFL, which Jeffrey Keller does have a connection to himself.
Wow.
And how they've hired Loretta Lynch, a former Obama attorney general, a black woman, last name Lynch, to round up all the rowdy Negroes. Starting with that danged on Flores. Get him. Yeah. What is he? Some kind of Spanish Negro? Flores?
But they don't like, okay, the thing I don't like about it that really makes me sad is that they're going to definitely like trot her out there like, what are you talking about? We're not racist. Look at this little hobbit head we hired. Look at her. Look at her little.
Who that nigga on that?
Yeah. We hired this little pumpkin face right here. Come on. Look at, no, she's not a pumpkin face, but it looks like she had a lot of pumpkin seeds in her mouth. Look at it. It's sad.
I don't even need to go off appearance. These actions alone.
I know. I'm just being stupid.
They're treasonous towards blackness. It's traitorship. It's black traitorship. Like I just listen. Stay neutral if you got to, but you don't go work for the goddamn devil Death Star.
Why not? Why not? That's what a lot of people go say.
What's the defense? What is the defense? You got. I just looked on the screen earlier. They just hired 9 new head coaches in the league. One of them is Lovie Smith, who looks like he's been spending quite a bit of time as Black Santa at a mall in Greensboro.
Right. And the other one said that he's not black. He said, I'm human. I'm not black.
Oh, yeah.
That bitch ass motherfucker.
Like my dad's black or something like that.
He said, my dad's black. I've never dealt with racism. I don't know what you're talking about. He's a little lighter than me, and I'm light. So that motherfucker light, but still, he black. And he said, and then he said, well, I can't tell the difference of what racism is. Look,
because you've been passing, nigga.
Exactly, you've been passing.
The slick-headed hair going backwards.
You slick head sucker. The bottom line is, I don't put it this way. I know that a pit bull is a dog. Okay, A pit bull is a dog. No matter what you want to say, a pit bull is a dog. So for you to say, I don't know what do you call racism? You sound like Tucker Carlson. Do you call it racism? Is it really
racism?
Have you ever seen it? What's it look like? Have you ever been pulled over? I know I haven't. I don't know what you're talking about. But you know what? Flores, when he found out, he's like, really, bitch? Really? Is this what we doing? Really? Ugh.
And just
he's still gonna win.
The fact that her last name is Lynch, and like I'm just like, what is their defense gonna that they brought? They're gonna say how many Negroes they brought in for interviews over the years, as per the rule that the Rooney Rule, which was like, yo, you're not even giving Negroes a shot. And then they're like, all right, we'll bring them in. But
Jeff Keller said the NFL has been racist since I played.
Yes, sir. Former player. Told y'all. And that's testimony right there. So,
but the NFL. Let me ask you this. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say to have a black woman defending that institution against essentially black men.
That's not why they did that. And the reason she did it is because she's a cunt. But aside from that, the reason they did it is they can trot her out, bro. Hold on. How are we racist when we got a nigger girl defending us? When we got Hobbit Head Central right over here, I don't care if she worked for Obama. We gave her $75 million. Come on.
They're like New Line Cinema didn't even put any black hobbits in the Lord of the Rings. Yeah. We found one. Okay, so fuck off, man.
The fact that her last name is Lynch, these jokes write themselves, people.
You can't write it. That's why I did it for you.
Yeah, really, come on. And the fact that what is she gonna say? What is she gonna say? Oh, what is she gonna say in her defense when black people definitely gonna come at her? What is she gonna say?
I mean, we're doing it right now. Get at us, but yeah.
No, we getting at her. But I want to know what's Big Gum gonna say. Listen, Big Gums, with your little baby teeth, you
Smiley
big
McDaniels.
Yeah, exactly. You big gum bitch. Can't stand
Gumby in this motherfucker.
Gumby, you big gum bitch. Yeah, exactly. Ew. The bottom line is, a lot of these female. Okay, wow. And Queen Bee, I agree. Well, Trumpkin has a female black Republican lieutenant governor in my state. Yeah, there are black people, but when we see shit like this, especially in a situation like this, what we obviously see the NFL is racist as fuck. Racist as fuck. We know this. It's been said over and over and over again to the point where it's almost numbing. What are you talking about? Right. You put her there because you knew what the fuck it was.
We got a trivia question from Jeffrey Keller. I wonder if I'm right on this. Here's a question: which is the only team in the NFL to win a Super Bowl with a minority head coach and a minority quarterback?
I'm not going. I know quarterback. We got to go with Doug Williams for the Washington Redskins.
No, he's not asking who's the first. He's saying he's saying what's the only team in the NFL to win a Super Bowl with a minority head coach and minority quarterback. I don't know if they mean at the same time.
I would go none, but I'm not sure.
Please fill us in, Jeffrey, because I'm at our last. I'm just thinking about Tony Dungy. But Tomlin never had a minority quarterback.
Yeah.
Or
Tomlin is a head coach.
I don't know.
But
let us know, Jack Keller. Right? Everybody else, shout out answers if you know it.
But
only team in the NFL to win a Super Bowl with.
But quarterback wise, I do remember because actually Doug Williams was the first quarterback in one quarter, the third quarter, to break the record in passes and yardage was Doug Williams, and they gave him hell. It was Tom Flores.
82 Raiders, Tom Flores, and Jim Plunkett.
Wow,
Plunkett wasn't white.
I thought Plunkett was white. I'll look shit up.
Give me the history, Jeff Keller. Let me know. I sometimes I be thinking and I be wrong. You know what I mean? It's a part of the brain. Sometimes you're wrong when you think things. Native
Jim Plunkett
American.
is not black. Yeah.
Native American. But no, he didn't say black. He said minority. See, aha.
Oh, very
Details
good.
matter. And then Native American is the final answer. So yes, that's
That motherfucker.
absolutely a minority in America at this point by design. And that was just a way to lighten up genocide.
And by the way, I liked him. I actually now that I thought about it, I like Plunkett. Plunkett was, as a player, I liked him, and as when I watched football. I don't watch football anymore. I did kind of watch a clip of the halftime show, and everybody's bitching about the fact that Eminem took a knee, and he felt like other people should have took a knee.
To each their own.
Yeah. By the way, Kendrick took a knee. I don't know if you knew that.
By the way, taking a knee is the whole reason I do not watch the NFL anymore. But that being said, let's see how this saga unfolds. But I'm revoking my black card from Loretta Lynch. You go ahead and lynch over at Massa House.
Yeah, gummy gum.
Big gumbo good. It don't even burn my tooths. Like
her little baby teeth, but she got grown people gums with baby teeth. Look at this.
And that's a lot of fuzz around.
Yeah, that's a little. There's a little.
But
by the way, that's Jim Plunkett.
All right.
Hard ass motherfucker. By the way. Anybody that thinks I'm wrong for saying that, even though it had the actual author, I just thought she probably ghost wrote it. Okay, she definitely ghost wrote it, or she narrated it, because that's some turncoat shit there. And by the way, one more time, fuck the NFL. All right, just had to get
when you hear that, it definitely makes you say,
"Motherfucker, say what?"
So that's your segment for today. Your motherfucker say what for today. Speaking of saying shit. No stranger to being vocal is one David Chappelle,
who I'm friends with, but at the same time I understand his plight. And I can say that as a comic, I've known him like literally since he was 16. And Dave started that whole speaking out shit, because before his shit was like, yeah, what if you stole Batman? If Batman parked his car in the hood, it would come back and be up on blocks. That was Chappelle's shit before. But then I guess he woke up and became woke as fuck and started talking about shit. But I mean, he's been getting smoke from a lot of people, and that's why he acts like he acts sometimes.
Hey. So catching a little smoke here, but I think I want to clarify what was going on.
Right, I know, yeah.
As far as I can tell, but in his town of Yellow Springs, Colorado.
Ohio.
What did I say? Yellow Springs, Ohio. Did I? My bad. Yellow Springs, Ohio.
Yeah, sorry. Ohio. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely meant Ohio. I don't know why I said that. But yeah, in Yellow Springs, Ohio, he's kind of like a mini king. If you will.
Right. I've been lucky to be down that way, and you accurately said it. Like, he literally could come up and smack somebody, and they would be like, "But it's Dave."
Now, outside of his sketches, I don't think that's who he is. But recently at a town meeting, he was threatening to pull money out of a development project if this housing development, the way it was reported, it basically made it sound like Dave Chappelle was going to defund some town projects, some like $65 million worth of investments into the town if they built this housing development with affordable housing. Right, which
they made it seem like that.
When you read the headlines, they tried to make it seem like he was opposing affordable housing. Reality is he was opposed to the way the development was trying to proceed without any sort of interaction and understanding of the culture of the community, which
Right.
he's worked hard to build up and brought a lot of attention to. Has had these outdoor shows there,
All right.
and brought a lot of
in Dayton,
economy.
Ohio. It's close to Dayton, Ohio, and I actually was blessed enough to be on one of them. And like 3 years ago, I was on there.
Yeah.
And he really does try to do that. That was after Dayton had the mass shooting, and he was trying to bring awareness and also, to tighten the gun law. So he has done that. But the way they put it out there, they try to make it seem like Dave is cock blocking affordable housing. And Dave's like, that's not what I was saying. That's not what I was saying at all. That's not all. And I've been lifting, nigga. I'll fuck y'all up. I don't know if you've seen Dave. This is Dave before. This Dave now. They swole.
Yeah, he's swole up on y'all. He's in the gym.
He in the gym. He pushing weight.
So, the official statement from Carla Sims, a spokesperson for Chappelle, she says neither Dave nor his neighbors are against affordable housing. However, they are against the poorly vetted cookie cutter sprawl style development deal, which has little regard for the community, culture, and infrastructure of the village. I know I've also heard that they were opposed to the number of proposed affordable housing units, and we're looking for more. So, not only was it misrepresented, but it's sort of in the completely opposite way.
Well, it's actually a lie. Phenom Brown, the reports were lying, clickbait, to make Dave Chappelle look bad. It's not true. Folks hate and resent a brother with money and influence. The town has lots of Black history, and I'm glad Dave isn't standing for its whitewashing.
There you go, Phenom. Talk that talk, girl.
Go ahead, talk that talk. You know what? I'm gonna tell you right now. One of my nipples got hard, Phenom, and I don't usually put that out there, but I figured we close, so I share that with y'all.
Nicole H is like, we're not against rap, we're not against rappers, but we are against those thugs. And yeah, Dave Chappelle is a thug boy, so he is. Oh, and by the way, update. I believe just as of it's Wednesday, so as of Monday,
it's Wednesday, yeah.
The proposed revised project failed, so it's going back to the original proposal of with a kind of a low number of affordable housing units, but it looks like Dave Chappelle affected their changes,
right? Because he's a big deal. But you got to understand, Dave Chappelle's catching heat from different situations, and any chance they get, they try to make him look bad. Because even as big as Dave Chappelle is in the comedy community, fucking in the communities in general, he's an icon. His distribution deals after he did his special called The Closer on Netflix, all of them got turned down after that because the LBGQT community felt that they didn't feel safe with him out there. They said that Netflix said the same thing, said, I don't feel safe. The people that are LBGQT and Netflix were like, we don't feel safe. So that's a huge coalition of people. So it probably
Netflix didn't give a fuck.
Netflix like
this shit makes dough.
This make big dough. But outside of that, I think that it influenced how people looked at him, saying, well, he preaches hate and he preaches violence.
Well, yeah, they're gonna drum up anything.
So this was another thing where they did that. What did Ronell say?
He said there will be 143 units and only 3 are for low housing. It's a scam. And I don't have exact numbers myself, but it was some kind of like crazy ratio where it's like, and the rest of the. I also think the low income was being considered at like the $200,000 threshold, as opposed to $300,000 for
Well, Miss Abrams says they don't like Dave because Dave can't be bought. First off, that's not true. No, Dave can be bought. He can be bought.
You could buy his material.
You could buy his jokes.
You could buy his performance.
Right. You could drive. He can be bought. His tickets are $75 to $155 a ticket, so he can be bought. So if
But
he
he
comes to your
said, and he
town,
tells the truth. So you know that's when they buy you, you end up Loretta lynching and doing what they
well,
say.
Maya says it. Do you think that this is part of it with this clickbait shit that they put out about him? You think it's the cancel culture coming after him, Pedro? Do you think that that's what
You know,
might be, even though this has nothing to do with comedy or LGBTQ community or nothing like that, even though that bit about him fighting a lesbian was fucking funny. He's like,
man.
you should have seen me there, man. I did some work. I had to do some work. Her stance was good. I mean, that shit was funny. So, I mean,
Yeah.
maybe you
So
don't like that type of shit though.
no. I mean, for me, it's
No,
just
you
like
do. I know you do because you've got some shit in your act that's worse than that. But y'all got to come see him. San Francisco. That's right. Saturday. Come see Pedro.
February
Segway.
26th.
February 26th.
Grotto.
And you can see some at the Grotto. You'll see him. So go ahead.
But you know, I think when you talk about cancel culture as it applies to Dave Chappelle, that you know, it's hard to cancel the truth, right? Like
No, that's not true.
whether you believe what Dave Chappelle is not, like this is his, like he is saying what he really believes to a degree in which he hasn't like backed down or said, "Oh, I apologize and I didn't mean to offend, and now I've realized how I could have hurt some." It's like, listen, he's not playing that game. He had a specific message. Yes, it rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, but he hasn't backed down because it's an honesty, right? It's his honesty.
I agree
Whether
with you.
you as any given
But
individual believe it
no.
or not. But all these other motherfuckers who need to be canceled, Joe Rogan and all of that, you see them being like, I didn't realize, and that I haven't said it in years. And it's like, and you know, Whoopi too. Like, it's like people say things, and we've had so many examples over the cancel culture period. But it's like a lot of those people end up backing down from what they say because they were saying some bullshit. And when you get out here and you say a whole bunch of bullshit, and then you get called out for it, and you have to back down and say, "Oh, I didn't realize," and I'm sorry, I hurt somebody. It's like, motherfucker, no, you know who you are, you know.
Right.
And so
But
Chappelle is just like who he is, and
no,
it's hard to cancel that
exactly.
when
It's
it's
hard
real.
to cancel it. But the bottom line is the reason I said that the truth can't be canceled. I'm seeing the right wing, and I'm seeing 46% of the country try to cancel the truth of January 6th, trying to cancel the truth of the corruption with Trump, that cancel the truth that Biden is president. So when I do see people kind of trying to cancel the truth, even though that's stark reality. All right. So I know what you're saying, but I see that a lot of people canceling the truth. Okay. So, and the Fina, what if
I mean, they're trying to, like, right. They do it in their arenas, but in court, this shit don't, right? Like, I was thinking about it today, like, Rudy Giuliani is just like, they pulled a real scam on their base because, like, the motherfuckers out here like fraud, and then goes to court and is like, fraud. No, we're not arguing fraud.
We're not arguing fraud at all. I don't know what you're talking about.
They don't have any evidence.
See,
of it.
what we said was frog. We don't want frogs because frogs are slimy. Like they would just make shit up. But and I agree with you, AJ Fit 365. I just got to do this for you, AJ. Ah! That was for you, bro. Alphabet community can't cancel Dave Chappelle. He's too widely loved. Yeah, you know what? Even though Netflix didn't pull his shit, they took that shit off the front cover. Trust and believe. And the Rotten Tomatoes.
But by then they got all their viewership.
They got all their viewership, and people search for it. But I'm just telling you. And plus, there was 300 of them. And I'm not saying like, I don't mean to say it like that, but there was 300 LGBTQ and there was transgenders that picketed the Netflix offices. That's right out here in Hollywood. And it did put a dent in some of the things that people that wanted to fuck with Dave backed off because they didn't want the negative, publicity. The reason that, but Netflix didn't. Netflix was like, what? Like, I'm gonna sell my Rolls Royce. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I mean, and you know, I think if you really, for those who really have a problem with, you know, Dave Chappelle, the closer, it's and even the special before that where he began
Sticks and Stones,
like, you know, where this began, at least in terms of this thread with the LGBTQ IA, I think is the new add-on to the community.
Get the fuck out of here. Is that real?
Yeah, it's like
Uh,
I can't remember what they stand for. I'm sorry. I'm not even trying to make fun of it, man.
enter. No, I something. But I know what you're saying.
But so all I'm saying is like if you really have a problem with what he was saying, you weren't listening to what he was saying. You know what I mean? And to
I agree
Phenom
with you on
Brown's
that.
point earlier is like there is a lot of, and his point is like, well, what about racism within this LGBT Q community, which is begging for equality and justice right now? Like, what about the racism in that community? And that's his whole underlying message for going in on that community at all, is like, don't come at me about this when you guys are like that. You know what I mean? So
Right.
if you miss that, then it's gonna just sound like discrimination and hate.
I did a show where some gay dudes was calling me nigger, and they were flamboyantly gay. Shut up, nigger, nigger, nigger. And of course, I said something about they sexuality.
Yeah.
My comeback was very harsh about something about hard. I couldn't hear you over the dicks in your mouth,
The cock in your throat.
yeah. So I mean, they were doing that, and it always kills me with that. But also when I see white women being racist, and I'm like, you're fucked over too by white men. White women are fucked over by white men, and even when it came to voting rights and stuff like that, I get it. But when I see white racist women, I go, first off, bitch, I can beat your ass. Let's let's start there. Let's start a reality, since you don't want to deal with anything else. I'll fuck you up, old chunky white woman. I will beat the chunks off you. Okay. Listen, Roseanne Barr, I'll roll your ass down the tallest hill in San Francisco, which is where we'll be at, by the way.
See, I would just run rings. If she's that chunky, I would just run rings around her, get her dizzy, and then watch her fall. It's like the baseball bat game where you go around and then you walk and you just go.
But even though Dave has put me on a couple things, but Dave, you ain't put me on the show to wow, and I'm mad at your ass. No, I don't give a fuck about that. But the bottom line is, I'm with him on this one, and hopefully the publicity the clickbait they try to use on this shit didn't work.
Yeah, it's a lesson in clickbait, and a lesson in don't just read a headline.
Do your research.
Just take one source. You know what I mean?
But this is something you guys didn't know, and Pedro didn't even know this. There's another controversy coming out with Dave Chappelle. He lives in a predominantly white area, and apparently Dave was mad or drunk, punched a baby. A white baby. Yeah, so I don't know if y'all seen that, but that happened.
And that's not actual footage because that was a white fist, but
we couldn't get the actual footage because the mother didn't get the camera out fast enough because he hit the baby pretty fast. So hopefully,
you got it. Babies are quick. They're quicker.
Baby, yeah. So sometimes you got to make sure, and plus their guard, before they can put their guard up, you got to make sure you pop them. I'm not the only person that ever thought about that either. By the way, baby punching.
I mean,
I want to punch my own children. Yeah, exactly. My own children when they were babies.
Unfortunately, some people do that, man. So at least you only think about it.
I only think about it
because some people will actually we all saw good times.
Wow, everybody's going in heavy. Thank you guys for contributing to the feed. Wow. Oh, no, they're going back. You're saying that to AJ Fit. I don't follow LBGTQ people. I saw a lot of hate when his special came out that had nothing to do with trans comments. Really? You saw a lot of hate in Dave Chappelle's special?
No. She's saying that she saw
she
saw Chappelle catching hate.
No, I said a lot of hate. Not it's the way I worded it.
Yeah.
Not Chappelle's special hate, but hate towards him. Yes. But
outside of the trans comments.
Outside of the trans comments, there was a lot of hate because he did make fun of the Catholic Church. He did a bit about, coming in the priest's face, and people were offended by that. If you're a Catholic, you're offended by that. But you're not offended by them raping little boys.
I appreciate him trying to highlight that. It was a terrible joke though. Like it wasn't a good joke
at all.
No, like that was a horrible joke. There was also one other one that was like
Space Jews.
Space Jews. I was like, that's not,
Horrible.
it's not funny.
Not
dog.
funny.
Like, he
But
didn't-
I understand what he was highlighting. I had a bit, I think I stopped doing a bit about it, where I was like, if I was a Catholic, I wouldn't support the Catholic Church because of some of the things that have happened at Catholic Church. Like if I heard they was fucking little kids behind the counter of McDonald's, I probably would go to Wendy's. That's what's my like. Why are you still with these motherfuckers? Why are you still a Catholic when you know? And this is a fact. You can look it up. They've had over 1,900 cases where priests did something to children. And ready for this? Get ready for the number. It sounds like the NFL. There has been 4 priests that went to jail. They have been either transferred to other places. They had to take, they had to go get therapy for diddling children, but they didn't do hard time. I
think they officially called it relocation molestation. Where they just put them somewhere else to remolest there.
It was a re-up.
Hone your skills here. It's like
you get good here in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, exactly.
And
then we'll get you to Boston.
Right, exactly. You keep working hard. You keep working hard as you can. We're gonna get you up to Milwaukee. So that's the truth. So yeah, it's easily look upable. Is that a word? Look upable.
If you say it and people understand you, it's a.
Does anybody understand me? But no, a lot of these priests, and this is, in fact, no. There's another instance where the dude grew up and they made a movie about it and came back and murked the priest. Came back, killed him. Forget the name of the movie. They made a movie of it. This is real shit. He came back and painted this priest because it fucked his head up for the rest of his life. And when he became a man, he's like, yeah, this motherfucker got to die. And they said they found this priest everywhere. When he apparently this dude flipped out so mad, and insanity, where he literally like painted the walls with this motherfucker. Yeah. So and when I see that, and when I see Chappelle's bit, even though it was a bad bit, I was going, at least somebody's talking about it. Because my bit was more like, I wouldn't fuck with the Catholic Church anymore if they were doing dirt like that. But yet there's Catholics that are staunch.
Speaking of doing dirt.
What? They're mostly transferred. Oh, I did not know it was out of the country. Okay, thank you for enlightening me.
She said mostly Mexico. She said, I used to write the molestation liability policy for the Archdiocese. Pam Knox, was that last line a joke? They got a molestation liability policy?
Wow.
Well, what the fuck? I mean, how you gonna build in the illegal part to your insurance? Like, it's like if I got a drunk driving policy on my insurance, like, yeah, I could do it up to 3 bottles of wine.
And then after that, gotta stop. No, but if they do have a molestation policy, that's going in the act. You should have never said that shit to me. I'm bringing back the rape Catholic Church bit.
Not a joke. Yes, they do. All right.
Well, my God. Oh my God. In fact, I'm putting this. You open up a can of worms. I am writing jokes about that shit tonight. Oh my. Oh.
I just did. I just wrote one. The drunk driving policy.
Oh, what that? See, that's
I'm gonna start there. I'm
tagging it into my not eat at McDonald's because they are fucking children bit. And if you sign up this application from McDonald's, make sure you sign that part right there at the bottom.
Right there.
Sign that part.
I don't even know how we got here, but we were trying to get into.
No, we're segueing into the other thing, but you said that I watched the bit and you said it wasn't a good bit. It really, and that's how it wasn't. I mean, it wasn't a good joke.
The rest of it was brilliant, but like the Space Jews and the Catholic one was whatever. All right. So speaking of not good ideas.
There you go.
One of them
told you, man. Hold up. Come on, man. You got get your flowers. Everybody in the feed, this motherfucker got the best segues in the business. Let me tell you something. I know segues, and this nigga got segues. And I'm not talking about the segues you ride down the street. I'm talking about right. We talking about linking something
mentally
from
connecting two things that ain't got nothing to do with each other.
A lot of people can't do that. I'll say something, then all out the blue, I'll be talking about fist fighting, and I go pineapples. None of it makes sense.
It's a good thing to fight over, delicious thing to fight over. Yeah. So speaking of bad ideas, one of them would be to work for Marion Suge Knight as an attorney. I mean, sure, you're going to log in billable hours. Absolutely,
you will.
But when part of an organization such as one that Suge ran when he had Death Row Records, which by the way Snoop Dogg does own now, but also just as an individual in the streets. Suge Knight played the role of gangster. I think in recent years.
I don't know. He didn't play the role. He was to the core.
But something about my definition of gangster is not just like being big and violent, but it is about like that. Also, that like Michael Corleone, Don Vito Corleone kind of mental, facilities about it, right? Like an intelligence about it too,
right?
To where if you're gonna run an organization and do illegal shit, okay, but do it well. So understand that a man named Matthew Fletcher, Suge Knight's former attorney, has now been barred from ever practicing law again.
But make sure you
as part of a plea deal.
Put his full name, Matthew, aka Milk Dud Head Fletcher.
Roll on deodorant Fletcher.
When you look at this English massive bulldog neck nigga,
this nigga looks like Arid Extra Dry.
Exactly. He definitely got a roll on deodorant head, and he's a tube of toothpaste. They squoze to the top.
Yeah. His feet are rolled up to his waist right now.
Right now, this motherfucker. Look at this nigga. Look at this nigga's head. What the fuck? If he headbutts you, your entire family falls down.
But you won't sweat.
but you'll be dry.
You'll smell like nigga summer wind. All right, man. So this motherfucker,
he's not pH balanced
for anyone. So here's the thing, right? Suge Knight is now incarcerated for killing one man with his truck and
shut up, Pedro.
Seriously injuring another. Yeah, like, all in the videos.
That's what that was from. Oh wow, okay, yeah.
But during the the time leading up to his last trial, Suge Knight's, that is, this attorney Matthew, roll on dry, stay dry all day. Fletcher, he was an active part of plots to, intimidate or actually buy and bribe witnesses or intimidate others, to the point in which prosecutors were able to obtain warrants to continue to actually tap his prison calls, like Suge Knight's prison calls, with his attorney, which is normally privileged, right? But there are key words I think that these phone systems pick up on to try and filter out any potentially illegal conversations that are occurring. And when it was mentioned about dropping bread onto the streets, the bread, got the jail series going.
Yeah, but that wasn't that slick. You're right. That's not that slick.
So that's what I'm saying. So then after that, they get the tap, and these niggas are pretty much talking fairly openly about bribing each other on a prison phone. And then that gets the prosecutors to the point where they're able to get an informant in on this nigga, right? A full informant in his face who sets him up completely, right? So like, this is just laughable. That's why I say play the role of gangster, because a real gangster will have to be able to do this better.
Well, by the way, prison
and then
changed.
To get your attorney barred too,
right?
Like,
man,
y'all niggas are just stupid.
You know what? Prison has changed, Suge Knight. This picture looks like
yes. Mm-hmm.
It looks like he's looking. He's looking back at the nigga that's about to fucking.
Call me Marion. I'm not.
I
sure.
am Marion Sugar Knight.
Or Sugar.
Yeah, just call me Sugar. Yeah, why does that picture look like he's like yum yum Pedro? Like,
meanwhile, I'll admit, if I was talking this much, if I knew he was free, I probably wouldn't be talking this much shit. But
I
that nigga locked up.
I met him. Me and Tommy Chun. There's a comic named Tommy Chun that you guys know. Yeah, he's from Detroit, and we were down in Vegas. We had did Def Jam, and Suge Knight and his boys stepped to us and said, "We're gonna make Death Row Records. You gonna get down with us whether you like it or not." And I was like, "What? What?" And then Tommy's like, "Hey man, I gotta go to the bathroom. Let's go." And so we bounced out. But yeah, Suge and his people. And by the way, he's a massive human being.
Yeah.
But then I saw him in New York. He got his ass.
Yeah, some nigga did knock him out though.
Oh yeah, King's son. It's King's son slept him. But it slept him, and he saw it coming. So it wasn't like he was like, "Nah, he sucker." No, he saw you. You saw him, nigga. But I saw him get punked by Russell Simmons. Russell Simmons punked him in New York because he was talking shit to Russell. I'm standing here. Russell's standing there. Russell's on the phone, right? Russell's holding his phone, and he does like this. He's saying something in the conversation, puts his phone to his chest, go, hey, nigga, I'll have you killed by tomorrow. And went back to his conversation like he didn't just say, I'll have you killed by tomorrow. He put it on his chest like this, I'll have you killed by tomorrow. Hey, so as I was saying, when we gonna release
what's
this
the point
DMX
on the
record?
deal? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he literally did that. And I did like this, and Suge Knight did like this. Okay, homie. But that motherfucker walked away, and then he did like this.
Well, that's why I'm gonna leave tomorrow. Shit. Because I don't want to get killed.
I don't want to get killed. I like driving my car. I don't like being killed. And also, stop it, Pedro.
Call me Marion, guys.
I'm Marion now.
I'm not Death Row anymore.
We're making fun of him, but some of his homies be like, hey, homie, is your name Black Pedro, homie?
Man, give that up, dog. Oh, yeah.
No, man, my name is Mr. Hernandez. I don't know who you're talking to.
Call me Dell.
Yeah, exactly. Because the motherfucker did have some people that were rough and ready, but obviously they weren't rough and intellectual. And apparently, Thick Neck McGee here.
Matthew Fletcher will no longer be practicing law.
Yeah, he will be
again.
You know what he'll be doing? Storing nuts in his face for the winter. Chipmunk jaw, bitch ass.
And nigga. this was a part of a plea deal. If he to basically skip out on jail time, but he could have faced up to 4 years. If he doesn't resign from the California bar within 90 days, then that can be pulled and he could be facing time. So,
well, I mean, the thing is, they did a lot of stuff shady. Did I say shady? Marion's
into crystals and oils now. Like, man, we are savage here. Like, this is.
Oh, I'm glad that nigga's not next door.
But that's it's just they set themselves up. I'm like, yeah, you ran over a nigga in front of all these people, and now you trying to pay motherfuckers to lie and say that you was approached by niggas with guns. You shouldn't. Right. And this is, by the way, over an incident where he showed up on the set of Straight Outta Compton.
Yeah.
And Dre and them were there and all that. So, like, you know.
Oh, no.
He had no business fucking being
I've been
there.
around this motherfucker twice. I've been around him twice. And then the other time was the Source Awards where he decided that he wanted to make sure, because Snoop left him and Dre left him, that he wanted to make sure that they paid the price. And he sent a bunch of death row killers. And we were at the Source Awards. I tried to get the warm-up gig. I couldn't get it. Arnaz J got it. He got the gig. I'm standing there, and these motherfuckers in red shirts mob in because they wanted to attack Dre, because Dre was getting the Lifetime Achievement Award. And these motherfuckers was like, nah, we ain't letting that happen because Suge said so. And they sent one little sacrificial lamb to grab E40's necklace. I'm standing there like, is this shit happening? He grabs E40's necklace, and E40's people make this nigga leak out of every part of your body you can leak. So while they're fighting over here,
Hey Harry,
exactly, they ghost rode the whip this nigga's face.
Gas, brakes, dip.
They killed this motherfucker. They beat the fuck out of him. And while the security was trying to stop them from murdering this dude, these motherfuckers mobbed in, tried to fight Eminem. Eminem broke part of his arm because Eminem jumped over the thing, tried to fight him, which was dumb. And security had to grab him back, and he broke his arm, hit the thing. And then Mobb Deep was in a truck on stage, and they rocked the truck over, tipped it over. And I'm standing there. I go, yeah, I think it's time to leave.
Time to go.
Yeah, I think it's time to go. And then the dude
exit stage left even.
I know, I'm sorry, I ran off into this fucking thing. The dude from Sky Pager started crying because they had invested $20 million into the Source Awards. He said, fucking this is bullshit. I mean, 20 million. You know, Kenny G doesn't do shit like this.
It couldn't have been for that one production. It must be 20 million
for invested
over
into
years,
the Source Awards, right?
But to produce
over the years, not that one.
Okay, I was like,
but
God,
no, god damn.
Where was y'all at? Heaven?
no. Into this, all I know is that the guy that got me in, because he's like, man, you can't get to warm up, but I'll get you into the thing. And then everybody started freaking out. I go out the side door and I make it to my car because I couldn't pay for the parking in the thing because it was $58. And I said, fuck that. I parked way over. So I was running as the cops was coming. I was like, yo, man, fuck these dumb motherfuckers. And guess who was sitting out in a red drop top? That nigga, yeah. And his lawyer was nowhere to be found because his head was filled with helium and he was floating over the building. This nigga
he looked like one of the balloons from Up.
Yeah, he do. Why is this nigga wearing a tie?
To hold his head onto his neck.
Hold his head on his body. That motherfucker.
That's called a chin tie. He don't even have no neck.
I know we're making fun of him. Fuck it.
All right, man. Here we go. We're over an hour. Let's go. We've been having fun this week. We've been going over. Yeah. Fuck that shit, man. Sometimes it just means like that. But we are gonna push it. Keep it moving. And as we do, we're gonna do it a little something like right. Yeah.
Hey. It's your boy Black Pedro popping in. Hey. With another popping to let you know what's popping.
Hey. It's your boy Black Pedro with another popping to let you know what's popping, man. You know, it's about to be popping California with some innovation for that ass right quick. I don't know. I just found this one to be I'm getting it from a source, Gizmodo.
Well, it's something that people might not know about, but it's something that scientists been trying to say for a while. And you know who fought against it? Special interest groups from the right and the coal industry.
No, that doesn't make sense. All right, so let's get into the it. What are we talking about?
It doesn't make sense to fight against it. Exactly.
Well, we haven't gotten to the it yet. So let's talk about
that. So they don't know. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, they don't know what I'm talking about.
All
right, so but we're going to talk about killing two disasters with one stone, potentially. California is one of those drought states. We've been now, I think we're in our 5th, maybe 6th year of severe drought. We get these, little spurts of some rain, but for the most part, Southern California especially is not getting wet. That's a problem because we're also one of the largest agricultural states. People got pools, overpopulation in city centers, so there's an overusage of water that we already don't have the ability to replenish.
So we don't have WAP. We don't have WAP.
No, we do not. Or war. We don't have war, wet ass reservoirs. And given climate change, droughts come from severe heat. And what happens in the drought is that the heat makes water evaporate and turn into gas, which we can't drink or grow shit with. So that being said, even the reservoirs and the water we are able to capture are in jeopardy and have been, the canals as well, because this extreme heat waves are evaporating the water that is sitting there. To the degree in which I know a few years back, they started covering reservoirs with like thousands and thousands of these black balls, like just balls that would float on top and absorb the heat from the sun before it gets to the water to try and save some of the water, right? So two disasters, right? We got severe drought and overusage, as well as a energy crisis. Okay, how where do we get our energy from, right? California, one of those sunny states. Why not go solar panel on them? A lot of push for that. A lot of solar power going to be powering our cities in the future. But now they're combining these two forces. And there's a project in effect. They got a $20 million grant. Where is this going to be? It's going to cover a portion of the water canals in Central California. You got to understand, California has over 4,000 miles of man-made canals that lead from the Sierra Nevadas and upper California, Northern California, on down through the rest of the state to feed water to all of us, right? So they're going to cover this portion of the canal with, yes, just like that, solar panels. So obviously the solar panels are going to collect energy from the sun, but by being placed over the canals, they provide a shade that can help to slow down the evaporation from the heat in the direct sunlight. I kind of got excited about the bit of nerd in me. I care about the environment, man. I thought like this is a fucking brilliant idea, and it's and California will be the first place in the nation to implement this sort of coalition of technologies or whatever.
It's against everything God created. Fuck you, man.
I'm good with it, man. I'm good with it. So let's go. Let's see. We'll probably follow and chime in. But one day we might have an entire 4,000-mile solar panel water canal.
We will. But do you think that you don't think that? No, and I really was telling the truth about that. There was not here in California, but special interest groups that didn't want us to go completely solar. Across the board, and they're against what are the wind, help me,
turbines.
That because they said, well, they're killing birds, and like the small game fucking up the birds. But no, they said the birds would. But if you're a bird, and after the sixth bird flew into one of these motherfuckers, if you're the seventh bird, you're just a dumbass bird. And you deserve death. It's fucked up. Like if I see 5 motherfucking bird, if I'm a person and I see 5 people walk off a cliff, I ain't gonna be the 6th motherfucker. That's how life works. But these birds stay right here. But the birds keep flying into the turbines and dying. And so, but it's not. Like
I don't even think that's a very huge problem. I don't.
But what they do is they try to make it a problem
to make it seem silly.
Seem silly. You got to think. Because of the golf courses, Trump was like, he was against windmills. Because he said, yeah. So, I mean, there's people that think solar panels are taking jobs away from people when they're actually creating jobs.
Chris Dean says, in Mexico will pay for the solar panel wall. I see what you did, buddy. I know what you're doing.
I see how you did that.
And Pam Knox is alerting us to a wasabi shortage due to climate change. So there goes your sushi. Fuck your sashimi. So yeah, man, this is
avocados are gonna cost $798.
Yeah, get your avocado credit together.
Did you know that? The avocados is about to be a wrap on avocados.
I know. I'm in escrow on 3 avocados right now. So I'm hoping that the loan goes through.
You know what? Hopefully your credit will clear and you'll be able to get that tasty avocado that you can only use in one day. But right now, because of water shortages, you know where we get most of our avocados?
Mexico.
Hello. That's where we want to build the wall.
And it's costing them more and more to produce them, and it won't even be worth it.
That's not nerdy. You said the nerd in you. That's just some actual tactical, interesting, acceptable what they're supposed to do. Just like they were supposed to have a bullet train in California. I don't know if y'all knew this. They were trying to have a bullet train, and they still don't have it because all these restrictions. Even though I don't watch Bill anymore. He tried to get a solar shed. And it took like 3 years because all of these restrictions and, red tape. So I'm glad they're doing this. And all you people making fun of California saying we need, what did Queen Bee said, we need to just close up shop on California because they're having a bad day.
Nicole H, we might have to start regulating your price gouging. First, she was selling Vax cards for some astronomical price. Teamed up with a couple nurses in New York and a cop. And then now she's selling, she said she got them avocados, $10 each. She can mail anywhere to the U.S. All right. Let me get two, goddammit, because that's actually a better price than what I'm getting on the escrow right now. So
but and by the way,
plus the interest rate, nigga. But they don't know I'm gonna keep the seeds, grow my own shit, and in 15 years, I'm gonna have one more avocado.
Yeah, because we'll have water.
And the water will have cost me $7 million.
$7 million. But we'll see what happens with this. I don't know. But let me say this before we go. I know we're a little bit over, but make sure to check us out on the podcast version of the show, which I already went over for the new people.
Wherever you get your podcast.
Yeah, iTunes, Stitcher, Slacker, Google Play, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and SoundCloud. Also, make sure you check us out on the iGidge. I call it the iGidge. Make sure you check us out. Check us out at Black Pedro on IG and on the IG at Comedian Shang. And while you're scrolling around with your thumbs, you happen to be there, make sure you do this for us. Give us some of that. And you know what? 15.
No. I swear our audience ain't shit. Miss Abra was like $15. I'll sell you the pits. You can grow your own. She ain't even gonna sell you the avocado meat.
And then she took.
She got all the guac on the block, and you gotta go and grow your own shit.
And she put the sugar.
No, it ain't nothing water in the hood, nigga. What?
I am not mad at you, but let me tell you, my Shangri, I just felt like that. The hits keep coming with the double standard of the world, and I thought I'd just let y'all know what it's about. I am so tired of the double standard. I was calling it the double Dutch standards coming down the street. And if your black is going to run over your feet, let's go.
My pinky toe.
Oh, shit. This is something that I thought was bullshit, but it's happening with the Olympics. I don't know if you can see this young lady right here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. This was not cool. Shakara Richard wants to know answers why the Russian skaters who all tested positive for substances, why they were allowed to compete. Why were they allowed to compete? And she smoked a fucking joint and was not allowed to compete. She's like, wait a minute, hold up, that ain't right. And she was, seen as some dope addict and trying to make her look bad. And yet, little Polly Purebred here, who tested positive as fuck for all kind of shit, and also the Russians tested, was still allowed to compete because they said it wasn't Russia. It was actually, it was Russia. It was Russian dressing coalition that was allowed to compete. And she was, and a lot of these women over there in Russia, in fact, here's one of them. Here's one of the women skaters. I don't know if you ever seen Russian women, but yeah, this is one of them. This man, yeah, this
wrong like bull.
This streamlined fucking dude right here, girl, was allowed to compete. Not her. That was just a joke, obviously. But this woman was not allowed to compete. And I want to know what y'all think.
What's her name? Camille something?
Yeah.
Versus Sha'Carri Richardson.
Right. Sha'Carri Richardson, who, by the way, skin
her mother
is beautiful.
Her mother had just died. she decided to
Yeah,
cope with it by
she
a
smoked a
little
joint.
puff pass. And by the way, tested above the allowed amount. So it's not that you can't have any weed in your system. It was just above the allowed amount.
That you're allowed to smoke.
Too close to her competition.
Right. But
But
yet,
admittedly, obviously, weed is not a performance enhancing drug.
but
Now,
the shit
Russian
they took was
ballerina,
enhancing.
3 different heart medications that are identified by the IOC, the International Olympic Committee, as being performance enhancing. Now, this young lady from Russia has blamed it on her grandfather and said there was a confusion with his heart medication. Now, we all saw Rocky IV. And while the USSR doesn't exist anymore, Russia is still the core of that. And, with these athletes, man, and they've been caught doping so many times that they don't even, Russia isn't in the Olympics, by the way. Sorry.
No,
these are not Russian athletes. These are from the ROC.
Right.
And I don't mean Rock Nation.
Jay-Z. It's not Jay-Z like it's those
Russian niggas,
in the building.
It's crazy. No, it's like
it's crazy up in here in Russia.
It's the Russian Olympic Committee is what this body of Russian athletes
are,
so they have to compete under a different flag and not the name of Russia,
but they still get away with it.
But obviously are being regimented is my point to the Rocky IV.
My girl right here, by the way, look at this girl's arms. She is so fit.
Apparently they're going soft on this one girl from Russia because she's 15 and is protected as a fuck. Well, I mean, but I'm just saying I think the rulings are that she's protected as a minor. But
Queen Bee said the caucasity.
It is a caucasus occasion. And clearly the Olympic Committee, International Olympic Committee, I should say, is inconsistent and not able to enforce rules that make sense.
Do you think that if she had the opportunity to perform in the Olympics, she would have came back with something?
I mean, we could speculate on that, but the reality is
we speculate, but the bottom line is she didn't get the opportunity.
These are like 6 months apart, right? Like this was just back in like July, August of last year because the Summer Olympics were postponed a year, so they happened in 21 instead of 20. And on top of being, held back a year, she then, after a tragedy in her family and a poor decision based on the rules.
But
as a weed smoker, I can't be like, how could she or why would you? Like, it's like whatever, dog. Like
whatever.
It doesn't enhance your track performance. Like,
it doesn't make you run faster. If anything, if they kicked her out, which if that's what your rules are, and I know it's a young little snowflake white girl that they see as pure as the driven snow or whatever the fuck, then she should have been kicked out. I don't give a fuck. She was a minor. I don't give a fuck her grandfather. I took the wrong pill. Shut the fuck up, bitch. I know you know what you was doing, and the Russians knew when they were sticking that needle in your butthole to make you to do better. Just like 5 other fucking Russian athletes tested for anabolic steroids. That is enhancing your ass the fuck off. Do you understand?
Man, like the Russian joint. Yeah, Russia now is like the East German swim team from the 70s and shit. Like,
I am a good skater. Respect my femininity.
They didn't. The East German swimmers didn't even have to swim. The water would just move out their way. They were scary.
They were, yeah. By the way, and when they would jump in the water, you heard their balls just splash.
Splack.
So, but yeah, I just felt like this is something, and I feel like the Olympic Committee is doing the double Dutch standard coming down the street. They are really,
Tibet.
Yeah. Can't believe you remember that song too.
The double Dutch.
I think she should definitely speak out on it. She should definitely talk about it because what they did to her and didn't do to her should be fucking addressed. And that's how I feel about the shit. And I'm angry, but I'm shangry about it. Yeah, nigga.
There you go, y'all. Savage AF, that's what it is, y'all. That's our show for Wednesday, February 16th, 2020. too. You know what it is, man. Get back with us tomorrow. It'll be a Thursday. We'll be on at 6 p.m.
6 p.m. Yeah, 6 p.m. And then also make sure that you, if you're in the Bay Area, if you happen to be in the Bay Area, actually this month, February 26th at 8 p.m., we're going to be at the Grotto. Myself and St. Wayne, also Black Pedro. And we might even ask Thick Neck to come up. No, we ain't gonna let
air it extra dry.
Yeah. So, and also if you live in Vegas, this weekend I'll be at the it's called The Dirty at 12:30. Be doing a show at The Dirty at 12:30 at the South Point Casino. It's free. So come out if you get a chance.
Technically, it's like a Friday night show.
It's a Friday night show, but it's Saturday morning.
But technically, it's at 12:30 a.m.
a.m.
It's Saturday morning, y'all. Like
Saturday
it's
morning.
It's a late night Friday.
It's a late show. So
because niggas will show up on Saturday night at 12:30 a.m. and it's like, bitch, it's Sunday.
It's Sunday morning. You missed the show. So make sure you. But I had to put Saturday because that's what it is. Make sure you check out the show. By the way, that's me dressed up that way of a one drink of Zima. I can't even handle
Zima Zero, if there's such a thing.
If I can't even handle a Zima, it's fucked up, bro.
Tough life, bro.
Oh. So make sure you check us out. Also, again, if there is something wrong with the YouTube, please inbox myself at Comedian Shang or inbox at Black Pedro because we do need it. Yeah, on IG, we do need to know that's the case. Thank y'all for being supportive. Thank y'all for getting down with Savage AF for all this time. We want to make sure the show grows, but without you, we can't make the show grow. And we need to make sure that you subscribe. So we appreciate you. Thank y'all for hanging out with us. We're out of here like Vladimir. Is that a rhyme? I don't know if that wasn't that good.
Out of here like Vladimir.
Yeah. Oh shit.
No.